very special day. For those of you who don't know me, my name's Joy, and I am the Maid of Honour and the bride's best friend. So when you've known someone for this amount of time, you have a lot of juicy secrets and embarrassing stories that you could tell, but I won't. I'll spare you all from that today. Oh, really? All right, then.
Very edgy, dark comedy that definitely
that.
pushes the envelope as far as what you could even possibly dream up someone saying in a wedding reception.
Hilarious all around. The main character in the story is a woman giving the speech at her best friend's wedding. You can just feel the tension and the awkwardness in the room while watching this story. The dialogue is so hilarious. Like, there's not a beat where you're not laughing, and you're always on the edge of your seat wondering the next thing that she's gonna say to either embarrass her friend or just make the situation more awkward than it already is. It was an amazing story, and the dialogue was so good, and the ending was very satisfying.
This just takes it to the next level, and then the level above that, and then the level above that. I just thought it couldn't get any worse, and then it just kept going and going, and poor Tom has no idea what he has gotten into with his new wife, but more importantly, her best friend Joy. Yikes, big yikes. I kind of just kept waiting for the just kidding, but it never came, and I felt like the members of the audience. I think I was having like real-time reactions right along with them, just like, what is happening right now? It was so funny, so uncomfortable, and yeah, I love all of the characters.
This one was a lot of fun. I've certainly been to weddings where the speeches go on a little long, or maybe some things are said that everyone wished they hadn't heard. But this one obviously takes it to a whole other level. And I kind of really love the way only the bridesmaid and the maid of honor were sort of in on it. Everyone else was just flabbergasted. The groom was, I guess, a bit aloof to it all. But I just love that they stuck to that. Like, and just the bride and just the maid of honor were in on it, and it was just a lot of fun to watch and see that sort of escalate the way it did.
I thought they took the kind of premise of the awkward speech or speeches that you have to sit through at a wedding and really ran with it. I felt like it was a really dry sense of humor, which worked for me personally, but is definitely harder to portray and kind of get across, especially in a movie. It really forced the awkward on everybody, not just the viewing audience, but also the audience at the wedding reception, and I think that worked really well. She kind of had everybody going with her, and then you could like tell the moment that everyone was like, whoa, and from there until the end, like they just kind of like made you live in that moment, which I thought was done really well, because that's exactly what you have to do in real life sometimes.
So this was the creepiest Maid of Honor speech I've ever heard. It was like Wedding Crashers caliber, that level of creepy. Happy wife equals a happy life sentence. That add-on made me laugh. Decor and costumes were on point. The audience members' reactions really enhanced the, I guess, shocking nature of her speech, especially when it comes to the one-eyed pup. And Tom, the husband, was sufficiently petrified in his role, so overall, it's entertaining.
It really explores the entire joke. Like, we see that it's like the same thing over and over and over again, in a good way. I really liked it. I feel like the performance carries it. It kind of reminded me like a little bit of like a Fleabag type thing, where it's just like, so just a little absurd in like a circumstance that like everyone's so used to, you don't even like realize how prepared to hear just a normal flowery like speech at a wedding. Yeah, I really liked it. I thought it was really funny. I love the like little subtle touches of like having people in the back like in orange jumpsuits. I feel like that was really strong. And yeah, I mean, I would love to, see more of
Kind
it.
of a dark comedy, and loved how awkward it was. And the lead actress did a very nice job with the timing and carrying this whole piece. She really made great choices in that. And the subtle reactions from the other actors in the piece. Strong sound. The story was unique, well written. It could have gotten dull, but she really just kept the timing up nicely and her subtle reactions, and just thought the editing was nice on it. And I liked the different angles they took in when they would cue back to the other actors in the scene. But a well done production.
A quite outrageous short film. It really hinges so much on the performance of the main actress, the woman giving the Maid of Honor speech, and she really sells the comedy through and through from beginning to end, as it dips and dives from conventional Maid of Honor little tropes and quips and phrases into the more again, outrageous and wild antics that she's describing her and the bride having committed prior to this wedding. It is a great comedy that knows the audience that it's aiming for, and it serves them justly through and through from beginning to end. The exact dose of comedy that one would expect from the first few minutes right through to the very end. Very funny.